Today is Friday, August 14th, 2026. We are heading up to northern New Hampshire today to do Stub Hill and North Stub Hill and possibly Diamond Ridge for the 500. And this is the Beaver Brook Falls Wayside area on Route 145 north of Colebrook. And it has a really lovely waterfall and a bathroom and picnic tables. So highly recommend taking a quick stop here. We have made it out to the end of Stub Hill Road in the call between Stub Hill, which I think is right here, and North Stub Hill, which we can't see. It's about 10 minutes to 10, and the roads were McGalloway Road was in great shape, and then we took, what was that thing called? Something.
Yeah, an S.
S.
I can't remember now.
Jeez.
Stone.
Okay, let me see. All right, first of all, we are parked right here. We're gonna go out to Stub Hill first, and it shows that there's like a little trail that kind of goes near the pond. So I think we'll head out that way and then come back and go up to North Stub Hill and then drive back and try to come down to the Diamond Ridge Scenic Vista, which is over here, and go out to Diamond Ridge. These roads were not great. They were okay. If you had a sedan, you might have not been very happy in a couple places. What's the name of this road, though? What is it? Smithbrook Road. Smithbrook Road was pretty decent also, but once we turned off of there, it was a little hairier. So, all right, we are ready to go. Pretty cloudy up here, but things are blowing through fast, so hopefully there's no rain in the forecast, and hopefully we'll be okay. And it's cool. It's like 56 degrees, I think, right now. Lovely. We're about a third of a mile in. Still following the trail that shows on Gaia that goes out towards the pond. Unfortunately, it's quite boggy. Like really, really wet and muddy. Lots of fresh moose prints on it. And of course the foliage is wet. All right, Stub Hill is one of the 100 highest, which is kind of surprising because it's not that long of a hike. But we parked our car at 3,500 feet, roughly. So it's not really a lot of climb. And it's up there. We are up at Stub Hill Pond now. Pretty overgrown, but easy bushwhacking. It's weird because we parked in the call and you kind of think the pond will be like at the same elevation, but it's actually up quite a bit. So we had some climbing to do to get here. There's a boat that has seen better days, although it looks like it would still float, and there's a canoe back there. And we're gonna head, I think, that way. So we'll just come around the side. I wanted to see the pond. There are 2 gravestones up here somewhere. Haven't encountered them yet. And we're not gonna circumvent this lake, but if you search, you'll find pictures of them. I think one of them died in 1990. And they're big gravestones. They're not like little thin ones. Must have been a bear to get them up here. All right, this is Stub Hill Pond. We Followed a herd path around to the right at the pond. There was another boat out there as well. And then we turned away on a very well beaten path. Took that for a little ways. It keeps going, so I'm not sure where the heck it's going, but then we turned off on a little herd path that was heading right in the direction we want to go. But now it's kind of so many ferns. It's just a sea of ferns. Beautiful and easy walking. There's really not very many obstacles in the ferns, so that's good. That looks wet over there. Okay, this is looking a little bit boggier. Yeah, it's all right. Here's a tall white bog orchid. I can't think of the Latin name. You definitely see those where it's wet though. It's drier on the left. Anytime you see this kind of grass, as opposed to ferns, that's gonna be wet. We made it to Stub Hill, and when you come up from the pond, you end up on a really well-established herd path up here, which is, I'm sure, people bushwhacking this, but also the moose. But it's really, really well-defined up on the ridge here. Unfortunately, this is on the opposite side of the tree, so I walked right by it, and I was like, I'm running out of ridge. I mean, this is kind of where the well-defined herd path ends, and then a smaller one heads off. Might be one that heads that way too. There were some views right back here along the ridge, so we're gonna go back and check them out and then head down the way we came. I mean, I could walk right out there. I think I don't have to walk through all that though to get a better view. And I don't really know what's around here. There was water. I'll have to take a look and see if it's like one of the Connecticut lakes or Lake Francis. I don't know. It looked pretty big coming through the trees. Whoa. Okay, I'm gonna stop this and start up the little view area. We kind of are climbed up on a blowdown to get a little bit better view. So right over here are the Kennebagos, and then let me grab a pole to point with. Sorry about that. And then out here are the Saddlebacks in Maine. And I got all these trees in the way. Over here is Aziscahis Lake. And I think that this is Aziscahis Mountain, which I just learned the pronunciation of like last week. So if you've ever seen it and thought, what is that, Azikahos? It's Aziscahis. And then out this way, I am not zoomed in, but I will, are the presidentials. Let me, all right. It's lovely. 64 degrees and breezy. Kind of overcast, but that's okay. All right, we're gonna head back. I don't think we can see, you can't see where we're going next, which is gonna be that way. Very close to the car. Okay, we are back at the lake now on the little herd path, coming around it. I think our descent off of there was just kind of willy-nilly, however, seemed right because it was all ferns and you could just go anywhere you wanted to. So that was nice. Oh, there's some moose prints right here. A mother and a baby right on top of each other. Yeah, some old wet chanterelles. clumps of rusulas coming up. Another one. There's a whole stand of them right here. Moose print. Okay. We are coming down the way we came up, and we have a view out here, so I thought this was interesting. These in the center are called Twin Peaks. Those two together. And then over here, this larger one is Mount Gosford in Quebec. Okay, and we are descending along the moose herd path here. Okay, we're back at the car. We just had lunch. Stub Hill took us about 2 hours. We kind of lollygagged a bunch of places.
It was slow footing. You had to be careful.
Yeah, you had to be careful, especially on the downhill. You had to be careful. But that was good. My feet are totally wet. And now we're going to go and do North Stub Hill, which is that red dot. And it's like a 1/4 mile as the crow flies. I think we're going to come up like this and around to try to avoid some of that slope angle. And it's only like 280 feet of gain.
How tough could it be?
So, right. How long could this possibly take? I mean, I'm expecting it to take an hour.
Yeah, an hour.
So, we'll see. And then we get to drive back out of here and hopefully go do Diamond Ridge.
We'll give it a try.
That's the plan, as long as that road is drivable. We also have our bikes with us, just in case. So we could bike down there, I suppose. All right, let's go see how North Stub Hill is. We're heading up North Stub Hill now. So from the car, we just headed in on a little herd path. And we kind of had to push through a little bit. And after like 50 feet, I don't know if you can see, there's like a revegetated cut or something right there. That looks tempting, but the woods are so nice. So we're just walking up next to it. In this lovely woods. We're like 1/10 of a mile in, so we're probably like halfway there. Haven't seen any of the slope angle. That's that open cut. It looks like there's raspberries and stuff in it. And ferns. This is much nicer. Fair amount of moose droppings in here too. All right, maybe we'll make quick work of this after all. I think we will. I'm at 0.28 right now. I think we're within like 100 feet of the summit. We're up on that last summit bump. We got this long bone from a moose. I think I don't know why it has red on it. Maybe that's something growing on it. Allow me to pick it up. Oh, it's Mr. Slug. I think it's been there for a while. All right, let's go see if we can find the rest of them. About 25 feet away, we've got little pieces of the ends of that long bone, and then whatever this is, I saw a couple pieces like this before we saw that femur. So I think it's probably spread out up here. All right. It's a little thicker at the top now, but nothing too terrible. I say, as I get into the thick. Okay. Here we go. All right, we should be hitting that register. Are you at it? Okay, very soon we'll be here. Ooh. Okay, this is the canister. It's not really on the highest spot, and it's not really in the most obvious spot. I thought that this tree would have it right here. That tree, but it's not, it's behind it. Because you're generally going to be coming from one of these two directions because it's too steep on the other side to come up really. Anyway, I'm going to see if I can get down here without having to go through as much thick as we went through on the way up. It took us 22 minutes to get up there. Lovely. All right, we're going to head back to the car and then drive over to Diamond Ridge Scenic Vista. Look at how big this guy is. I don't know if you can see, but that's like 6-inch diameter, maybe larger. Okay.
Looks like 8 inches to me.
This was lovely. We are back at the car now. We took a slightly different route down. Up at the summit, you can like get on a herd path and just go this way, and you get into like a really nice open flat plateau. But it was kind of taking us away from the car, so we ended up cutting. We went out there and saw it, and then cut down. And I would say the woods were a little bit better that way. I don't know. And we went into the woods right here, and we popped out about 70 feet up that way. Yeah, it was good. Took us 49 minutes total time, and 0.6-ish. All right, we're going to drive over and do Diamond Ridge now. Okay, so instead of going to Diamond Ridge Scenic Vista, we came down right here, almost to the end of Waterfall Brook Road on Gaia, and this is the Scenic Vista over here. So that will eliminate about 0.2 of a mile bushwhack and some gain each way. And we're just gonna, just shoot straight up for that ridge. It looks like there's no slope angle on this side. And what was it, 0.68? Is that what it was? 0.58?
0.66, I thought.
Whatever. Less than a mile each way. So let's go see how that goes. This is what the road looks like. We had to drive through a couple pooling water areas, one of which was pretty big and pretty deep. I don't think a sedan is the right choice for these roads. Maybe Tower Road and McGalloway Road, yes, but not these other roads. Okay, we're gonna head which way? I think we're heading this way. I have to look at a map. We turned around. Yeah, we are heading up to Diamond Ridge now, and the woods are just so open. Everything feels sort of like a road. It's weird. I don't really know anything about this peak. So I don't know if it's got a jar or a canister. I assume it's a jar. Some moose activity from the winter. All right, pretty woods. Fast going so far. And if you look at the map, it's like not very steep. So I think it's a little over 200 feet of gain. Hopefully it won't get too thick. Okay, we made it up. It was very easy whacking. What am I at mileage wise? 2/3 of a mile, and it took us less than 28 minutes to get here. The earliest sign-ins were from 1988, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the book, the earliest sign-ins on the book was from 2008, and it said, walk down a little ways for a great view. So I don't know if those are your sticks or one of each. Those are yours. Okay. So I think we're going to walk right there, see what the view is like. It looks like, I mean, there is a herd path here, but again, we're only the second person to sign in this year, and that person dated it 9/9, which it's not 9/9 yet, so I don't know. I don't know where this supposed view is. I'll have to take a look. Okay, we walked down a little ways, and it looks like if there was sort of a view out, but not great. And I think that since 2008, things have grown up. Ooh, I almost slipped on a root. They are slippery. Okay, so we're just gonna head back to the car, and then we'll probably swing up to the vista because we'll be right at it almost. Whoa, jeez. Someone's got to clear this blowdown. Okay, back on a moose path here. All right, we should be out shortly. This was quick and easy. We are done. Back at the car. It took us a little over an hour. Yeah, that was simple. Diamond Ridge. Neat clouds in the sky. And this is around the corner is the end of this road. So we're going to go back, and at the junction we're going to take a left and go see the Scenic Vista, scenic viewpoint. Okay, so we're coming up to the Diamond Ridge Scenic Vista. We left the car, we just stopped and got out. There's nobody out on these roads right now, and there was no way we were going to drive up this. So we stopped about 350 feet from the top here. There is a loop, and we had heard that if you go to the left, it's better, but it actually didn't look better. So we went right, and then we immediately regretted it. So maybe we would have been better off coming up around the other side of the loop. I don't know. Got an American flag. What is this? The course. Okay, so I think that is a snowmobile route. Oh, okay. Indian Stream Republic was a short-lived but successful experiment in self-government that took place during the 1830s in what is now the town of Pittsburgh, New Hampshire. It had its origins in an international boundary dispute. Both Canada and the United States claimed the territory defined by the Republic, and in overlapping claims of two land development companies. Frontiersmen who began moving to the contested region as early as the 1790s wanted the authority to manage local affairs and were especially interested in giving legal standing to individual land claims. In 1832, they wrote a constitution, lived under it for several years, decided their future lay with the United States, and applied successfully for incorporation as Pittsburgh, and in 1842 gained final confirmation of their governmental standing through the Webster-Ashburton Treaty. Wow. So they have like a map right here of the contested area. And then they have what we're looking at out here. McGalloway Mountain, Mount Washington. Let's see, so this is, that's not McGalloway. Oh, it could be. Indian Stream Bridge. We've got a lake right here, or I think it's, what lake is it? First Connecticut Lake. Okay, McGalloway is over here. I wonder if I stand on that. Oh, and this is Pump? Is that what that is? Okay. They have, oh, Rump. Sorry, Rump. Yes, I've seen that very distinct shoulder on it. Okay, so let me get up on this rock. Hold on. I gotta climb up here. Oh boy. There we go. I'm as zoomed in as I can get, but this is the Scenic Vista. I actually thought it would be a little more scenic, a little less overgrown. Yeah. And then over there, there's a lot of signage and stuff. I'm gonna go look at that too. Okay, we were walking back down. There's no way you could drive a car up this. And I checked up at that intersection where the post is with all the stuff on it. That does not look drivable at all. So I don't know, I think we made the right decision to just kind of stop. That post was all like in loving memory of people, and they almost everybody, there was like a picture of them snowmobiling or in their winter gear. So I don't know if it's just people who love to snowmobile and have passed, or people who died snowmobiling. I have no idea. Careful.
I don't have my,
you don't have your poles.
I don't have my mega grip.
Yeah. Anyway, so that was the Scenic Vista. I was hoping for it to be better than it was, truthfully, but that's life. All right, so we're gonna head back out. It's gonna be slow going for a bit, and then the road will improve. We're only on McGalloway Road for a very short stretch. That was quite good. I think that the beginning of our turn there was okay too, but this, not okay. But, all right. So the drive for us was like, I think it was supposed to be like 2 hours and 10 minutes, but it only took us to like McGalloway Road because it didn't know where anything else was once you got into these dirt roads. It took us about 2 hours and 40 minutes from Twin Mountain. So I don't know if I like to hike as much as we take to drive, and we definitely did not hike for 5.5 hours or whatever, so whatever. Such is life. All right, it was a nice day nonetheless. Let's hope we can get out of here okay.